I saw that Dan is doing a roguelite, every roguelite ever made tier list, and I did the Tom Hardy Mad Max Fury Road gif. I said, that's bait. I'm not even clicking on it. I don't know. All I know is that something like Neon Abyss is going to be in the A tier, and then like Spelunky 1 is going to be in like the B tier. Spelunky's in S+. Okay, never mind. Maybe he's not completely crazy. I just want to look at it. I know I shouldn't look at it. Let me just look at it. Please do your own tier list. Honestly, I think I did like 4 years ago. I don't remember. I'm not blaming you for not knowing that, because I don't even remember if I did it, but I feel like I did indeed. Time for a refresh? Why? There haven't been any good roguelites that have come out in like the last 2.5 years. I know that because my daughter's 2.5, and the last good one was Spelunky 2. Okay, I'm looking. Let me see here. I see we have Isaac in S, FTL, Vampire Survivors, Darkest Dungeon, Luck Be a Landlord in A, Dead Estate, Brotato, Balatro, 20 Minutes Till Dawn, Halls of Torment in B. Where did he get all these from? I'm kind of losing it, because for me, there's a lot of forgettable stuff in the B tier and the C tier. Voidigo. Actually, Aces and Adventures was pretty sick. Shogun Showdown isn't even out yet, and then the dude is already ranking it. There's just a demo on Steam. Then in the forgettable tier, Nuclear Throne. Come on. Monster Train forgettable? Monster Train is a good game. You could put Monster Train in forgettable, but that would require you to move a lot of this chaff out of the B and the C tier. I'm just saying. Griftlands as well. Griftlands in forgettable is also, that's disgusting. I mean, even Backpack Hero in forgettable is crazy, because I think that game is really good. It just pisses me off. F tier, Dicey Dungeons, like that's a little irritating to me as well, personally, because I think that game is that's probably a C. To put it in F is a little crazy. I mean, here's the thing. To say C is like bad, you got to remember we're comparing it to like the greatest 10 out of 10 roguelites of all time. It's like my favorite games in my favorite genre. Dicey being in the C is like, that means it's worth playing to completion. The average roguelite that comes out, you play it once and you go, holy cow, this is even better than Isaac. Then you play it twice and you go, what the hell, it's exactly the same as it was the first run, and then you never play it again. That's the average roguelite experience right now. 3,500 different items in the game. 98% of them are exactly the same. So for something to even get out of forgettable it means it's a better than average game without a doubt. Let me see what else he's got going on here. Look at this tattletale, man. NL live reacting right now. Don't trick Dan into thinking I'm live reacting. I'm basically just looking at his list and giving my opinion. It's not like I've got him up on the monitor going like, we are doing a live reaction to... I'm not a React Andy. They said React Andy. I'm not a React Andy, chiblee. From now on, we're going to win so much, we're going to call it React Donald. React Donnie. Please no. Listen, do you think I wasn't here for 45 seconds in pre-chat when everybody was doing the impression themselves? Now when the stream starts, they're like, oh, I don't want to hear it anymore. Come on, you liars. That's true. If I was reacting to it, I would just put it on the screen and then leave for 10 minutes to pick up my DoorDash order. Hi-yo! It is really funny to see him put every roguelite he's ever been sponsored to play in the forgettable tier, though. I get it. He can't put them in the F tier. You put them in the F tier. I mean, it's very unlikely that a sponsor from like 2 years ago is going to come back and be like, what the hell? But still, it's just like, it puts you in a tough situation. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna play SAP today. This one's for the librarian, but it's also for me because, well, why don't we just get it started? Librarian, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I thought about playing Let's School again, but then I thought about your reaction, and I was like, wait, they weren't really here yesterday. On Monday, when I played SAP, every time I said librarian, pay attention to this, I saw some emotes in chat. On Tuesday, whenever I said librarian, pay attention to this, I was looking. Looking, is that? Yeah, looking, and there's also life, right? Life's pretty good. Hey, Rex Mechanica, thanks for the gifted subscriptions as well. Thank you. Wait, the librarian was not here. on Tuesday because they had a doctor's appointment. Is that before or after you made that tweet that said, I'm really craving Subway? Because I could honestly take it either way. Sap Live, I ain't ever seen this before. Believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're still gonna... How do we change that to make it sound positive instead of like the dude from The Matrix is about to shoot you? You know, I was reading a Reddit thread that was like, what were the most tragic deaths? What were the deaths in movies that affected you emotionally more than any other ones in history? And one of the top comments was when that person dies in The Matrix and they say, not like this. Not like this. And it got me so good.
Not like this.
Because, I mean, it's a moment you remember, but like one of the most emotional deaths in movie history. They wrote, and I never even thought about this, but they wrote like a whole justification too. They were like, apparently their name is Ghost. They were like, you know that, or maybe it's Switch. That's Switch. Okay, you know that Switch went to the Oracle, and the Oracle told them that they were gonna die in battle, and they were okay with that. But then they never expected that their death in battle wouldn't come in combat. It would instead just come from being unplugged by one of their crew members. And I was like, man, I really liked The Matrix. Don't get me wrong. I never thought about it to that extent. And then somebody else said, yeah, I also cried when Mouse died. And that's the really skinny guy, right? That when he opens up the curtains and there's a brick wall there, he pulls out two enormous like machine guns and goes. I'm not trying to shame anybody for crying in a movie. Lord knows I've been talking about, Toy Story. I will say my child watched Toy Story 2 again yesterday. I know you're like, what do you mean again? Well, she's 2 and she was homesick, so she watches like some stuff now and then, including Toy Story 2 because it's her favorite movie of all time. When the Jessie song came on, I'm not ashamed of my emotions, but I was like, I literally just bawled to that scene on Sunday, so I just turned my back to the TV and then like looked at my phone. I was like, I'm not running it back again this quick. In a month, I'll cry to that scene again, but I'm not messing up like my brain for the next 15 minutes to the same thing that I messed it up with on Sunday. It's okay. I cried at the end of Ratatouille. Is that normal? I think crying to like almost any piece of media that's meant to be sincere is normal. I don't think you should be ashamed about that. I mean, especially like kids' movies are sincere, right? Sometimes they might be a little saccharine, but they're meant to be sincere. So I don't think there's anything wrong with crying about sincerity. Now, is it possible that I might poke fun at it from time to time? Sure, that's something that I could foresee happening. Like if you cry in Spider-Man 2 when Spider-Man uses his webs to stop the subway train from going off the platform. To me, that's a little... I'm merely going to say it's humorous. I'm not saying anything else about it. I'm merely saying it's humorous. I cried when Susan died on Seinfeld. See, that's crazy because George didn't even cry when Susan died on Seinfeld. Which, for me, is problematic because I think that, you should probably, be a little upset when your fiance dies, especially if it's due to your desire to be spendthrifty. Holy cow, we won! Are you gonna cry when the Paw Patrol dogs are killed by Jigsaw? Nobody's going to see Saw Patrol, man. I'll be a little mad at you if you go to see Saw. I'll be really upset with you if you go to see Paw Patrol. It's as simple as that. You don't have anything to worry about. Why? Because it's the 10th Saw movie. Like, if they were gonna make a good one, they would have done it a long time ago. They're not capable of doing it. By the way, you don't know... You don't appreciate how amazing we are that we have 5 wins in 7 rounds, technically in 6 rounds, with one of the worst series of shops I've ever seen in my entire life. We haven't gotten any of the meta animals here. We haven't built like a gecko toy build. We got nothing, man. There's no future for this. It's good for where it is right now, but it's got no future. I think we have to sell, we have to do a hard pivot And turkey at least allows us to pivot a little bit. Is my brain broken if I cried during Moneyball, but I didn't cry during my grandfather's funeral? No, that's like, I don't, like it's too easy to mine that for like a joke. I think that's just normal. I don't mean that that's the typical experience, but I think it's like within the bounds of normalcy. I saw Wall-E in like 2009 and cried like a baby at the end of it. And then like in March 2010, my grandfather died and I was sad, but I never cried about it at all. But like, I probably would have cried if my grandfather became like a robot who was in love, but then his memory got wiped. And instead of being like a noble robot, he just went back to making little trash cubes and stuff like that. I would, because there's something like more, I don't, death is tragic, but you can also concoct a story where something more tragic than death happens. I'm not saying that Wall-E is sadder than a real person dying. That's crazy. That's insanity. But you can definitely make a story where something worse than death happens in the story that makes your brain go like, oh, I'm sad. Because when I got the phone call that my grandfather died, they didn't play like some fucked up sentimental music or something like that designed to like pull on your heartstrings, right? It's not like my mom was like, oh, just wait a second. I gotta set the mood, you know? We got Hans Zimmer on the other line. Hans Zimmer on the conference call coming in. Okay, how am I gonna get out of this one? I know how. This is gonna give me a good tier 6. We could try a Baer summon team, but it's not, I mean, like, this is not locked in. Let me just start you right there. You need this. This is also very nice. I appreciate that mightily. Roll me. Thank you for the pill. I've been asking for the pill for a long time. Watch this. We're going, I mean, like, these units suck. I think it's time for the hard pivot, okay? The hard pivot looks like this. Even if we're going 4 squatted, it's better this way. A fly is like the perfect addition to this run. You buy a turkey that gets buffed by a turkey. You sell you run this sucks, but the pivot is in. You run a fly right here. It gets buffed by both turkeys. So this is horrible, but I'm telling you that, librarian, tell me, is this not the way that we had to do it in order to make this work? That we were on a dead end. We made our team, in my opinion, we made our team worse temporarily in order for it to have a chance to get to 10 later. I think it was the only way. Now, this round is, don't get distracted by this round. Can I tell you, last night I was looking for something to watch on Netflix, a little service you might have heard of. I typed LA Confidential into the search bar because I wanted to see movies that were like LA Confidential, and it was like, boom, Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Shawshank Redemption, number 6, Austin Powers 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me. I couldn't for the life of me figure it out why that would be in the top 5 or 6 movies related to LA Confidential. I don't think they have any overlap in cast. Both 90s? They're not even 90s, honestly, because LA Confidential is from like the 90s. Spy Who Shagged Me is from the year 2000 even. It's because it knew you wanted to watch it. Well, they thought they were so smart. You know what I did? I just watched LA Confidential instead. Instead of looking for a movie like LA Confidential, I said, why go to the facsimile when you could just go to the source? Is Spacey uncanceled? No, probably never. I don't think you can come back from what Kevin Spacey's been credibly accused of doing. But I think that you can watch movies where he plays a bad person. Because then you're like, I don't like this guy. Detective Jack Vincennes, who toes the line between the law but also his own personal glory. We don't like him. And luckily, it's true, he did play a scumbag in like almost all of his movies. I'm sad he was in Moon. I love that movie. Listen. I don't think, maybe people will disagree with this and that's fine, but hopefully they recognize that I'm, you know, not trying to be a bad person when I say this. Just because he's a bad person, I don't think that means you should be punished by having to like rethink how you feel about your favorite movie of all time. You don't have to be like beating the drum online for his innocence or something like that. But if the movie's good, it's good. And like he didn't make the movie, like I'm not trying to diminish the role of an actor, but like he didn't write it, he didn't direct it. He's not even the star, he's a supporting member of the cast who's, you know, it's his voice. And then, even when like a movie is driven by a single auteur, it's still an ensemble effort, you know? It takes a village to raise a film. Like Woody Allen's kind of a different story, okay? Like when you watch Manhattan, you're like, this is a Woody Allen movie, and Woody Allen is the star. Woody Allen wrote and directed it, and Woody Allen's character is dating a 16-year-old girl in the movie. So you're like, maybe you can recognize like in half of your brain that like this is a good piece of cinema, but then there's another part of your brain that's like, really, man? Really? But as far as like an actor being in a movie that you like and then the actor gets canceled, I mean, it's like, you can still watch Baby Driver as far as I'm concerned. Quentin Tarantino with Selma Hayek's foot in his mouth. Two things. Two consenting adults. Secondly, who could blame him? I'm not going to be mad at Quentin Tarantino. I'm not going to cancel him because he's living my dream life. Are you crazy? Can't cancel the guy for having a foot fetish. You know why? Because then we would have to cancel Bob Odenkirk. And nobody's willing to do that. So that's where we're drawing the line. Bob Odenkirk doesn't pay actors to indulge it. People, I don't know what happened to society. When I was younger, we used to make fun of Quentin Tarantino for his foot fetish. But at some point, around like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the window changed, and now people are like, Quentin Tarantino having a foot fetish is not okay somehow. I don't understand what happened. He's just kind of a weird dude. If anything, Quentin Tarantino should be canceled for putting himself in like every single one of his movies when that motherfucker cannot act. No disrespect. Like he can't act. He gets to put himself in his movies because he directed them. I think like who's gonna tell him no, right? That being said, that motherfucker back there is not real when it comes to his acting. Oh my God, we're gonna get to 10. And I remember someone in chat said, he's so washed? Yeah, well, wash this. Oh no, you shot my freaking Baer, who cares? There's 10. On turn 14. And thank you, librarian. Nobody's gonna realize. They're gonna say, oh, 10 with the easiest build of all time. You don't even understand what I had to go through. I deliberately drove down a dead end because there was arbitrage to be made there, and then I sold my car and walked back the other direction. Have you been to Room 40 in Vancouver? Isn't that an HBO original show from the Duplass brothers? I've never been to Room 40. Whether it's cool or it's like some kind of underground sex club, I've never been to it. Hang on, let me Google it. Room 40. Room 40, Vancouver. I don't see it. Room 40. It doesn't exist? Okay, so it's an underground sex club thing. I'm not cool, okay? Room 4D's nuts. Oh, you piece of crap. You princes of Maine. You kings of New England. Dan's roguelite tier list is the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. I know we talked about it earlier. It is just, it's really funny. I can almost like picture what I think happened. What I think happened was probably that Dan told like one of his mods to make a list a tier list on Tier Maker of all of the roguelites he'd ever played. And then he found out when he saw the tier list that like 85% of them were sponsored roguelites he played 3 times. And he had to reconcile live on the fly, what am I going to do with all these like 6 out of 10 sponsored roguelites? So he's got a lot of stuff just sitting in the forgettable tier, which is just a nice way of saying... Hang on. We're rebuilding into a guinea fowl team here briefly. It's called Strawberry Cough. Hades in Trash Minus is just bait, which is, you know, it's fine. We all have bait from time to time. There's bait tier. He put Slay the Spire in C. I mean, that's just incorrect, which is also fine. Hot take. People are allowed to be wrong. But if they start to say, no, I'm right, then you gotta let him have it. He's saying I'm right. Well, he's wrong about Slay the Spire. That game's a certifiable classic. Probably, without a doubt, the best deck builder ever released. At least the best digital deck builder. For me personally, Slay the Spire is like in my Mount Rushmore of indie games. If you only get 4, it's not even a contest whether Slay the Spire is on there. What else is there? Probably, I mean, Isaac is there without a doubt. Spelunky is there without a doubt. And then I got to think about, and Slay the Spire. But then I got to think about what would go number 4. It would probably be FTL. Even though it's the one I've played the least of, I think it's the most influential. Hades is also a completely reasonable put up there, I think, quite frankly. And even Gungeon, I would say, if you could make an argument, I want to stress again, I think it's very complimentary to say like that Gungeon might be like the 6th best roguelite I've ever played. Like, I don't mean that as an insult. I think it's like a very positive thing. Risk of Rain? Nah, you wouldn't catch me saying some shit like that. No offense. Can I have permission to write a fan fiction about you? Nope. You can do it, I can't stop you, but you do not have my blessing. I saw what you individuals did to Max Wenberg on the Seattle Kraken. Me trying to stay relevant, seeing the top post, sorry, Alex Wenberg, my mistake. Seeing that the top post on r/hockey is Alex Wenberg's wife calls out horny book talk for sexually harassing her husband. I said, what the hell is going on here? First off, I don't even know who Alex Wenberg is. No disrespect, I don't watch the Kraken. I don't even watch the Canucks, and they're my home team, okay? Then, what the hell is book talk? Apparently, book talk is a community on TikTok that is into reading romance novels and talking about it. That's fine. So how is this relevant? Okay, well, people were writing fan fiction, unsolicited fan fiction about Alex Wenberg, and then the Seattle Kraken were like, this is really funny, let's fly out these horn dogs to events and stuff like that. And then his wife, after 6 months, was like, what the fuck? Then I found out people on r/hockey were like, yeah, there's an underground community of unsolicited NHL fan fiction, sexual fan fiction. And then like they were talking about it as if like this is common knowledge. They were like, it's mostly enemies turn lovers sort of stuff. Like I read one where Patrick Kane and Artemi Panarin started out as rivals when he got signed by the New York Rangers, but then over time, you'll never guess what happened. I didn't know that any of this stuff existed, quite frankly. I got no problem with fan fiction. I mean, I don't even really have a problem if you write it about real people, although I think that's definitely like a little weirder, but then you should definitely like not ever tell them or show them, in my opinion. I'm like a hybrid of Garfield and Alf because I hate Mondays and I want to eat that pussy. So true. Honestly, it's a pretty good joke. Can I tell you, I was at the library with my daughter on Saturday and she brought me a Garfield book and said, read this to me. As a kid, you just you have to go with what society tells you. You'd like assume that society has their head screwed on straight. So as a kid, you read Garfield, you watch Garfield on TV, you're like, some adults are laughing at this, it must be funny. As an adult myself with independent thoughts, there's not a single fucking joke in the entire, it was, first off, it was called like Garfield still hates Mondays, open parentheses, I promise. And then below that, it was bragging. It was like Garfield's 71st anthology. So they've put out 71 like anthologies that represent 6 months of Garfield's sum total of comics in the funny section of the newspaper. There's no joke in any of the comics. Like every single one is just like Garfield's like sleeping, and then he, in the second panel, he like opens the blanket and looks out, and in the third panel he covers his head again and has like a thought bubble that says like, yep, it's still Monday. And that's like the best of all the comics. Is every single one. I can't. I don't even think that's boomer humor. I think it's like the kind of humor that you like or you laugh at when you're like starting to experience. You know, like when you're about to die and your brain releases its natural reservoir of THC? Like, isn't it something like that? Sorry, DMT, not THC. The body produces natural cannabinoids too. Most normal weed smoker in chat. We don't need toys, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It would be modestly helpful because we're presently straddling like 2 different archetypes that have no future. Oh, but that's, toy gives you 4 health and whatever the effect of the toy is, which would be stinky socks. Nah, man, nah. We want to get more trumpets. Forget about a fly. Level 2 octopus could go crazy. We don't need toys, me before sex. So true. 27.5 minutes into sex. I think you're right. I think we need the toys. Sorry about that. Me, 27 seconds into... I know I said 27 minutes the first time. I decided to change the joke to make it more accurate. Women are my favorite guy. So true. You know the video's good because it's been popular for like a week and there's no like backlash on it yet. Like no insanely popular unemployed tweeter with like 400,000 Twitter followers has been like, is anyone else sick of seeing this video yet? The video, listen, I understand the second reason that a lot of people like this video, but just on merits alone, the video of the cop eating shit on the Boston slide is so good, man. Like 3 or 4 times a year, a perfect video comes out, and that is one of them. The way they're filming the slide, and you just hear like an increasingly loud metallic rattle coming down the slide, and then they start laughing. And when he pops out of the slide, he's upside down on his stomach, and he shoots out like completely... like he has no control of his body, and he goes up and does a 50-50 grind on the rail and then comes back on the slide and like spins 90 degrees to the side and then like scrapes his face on it and lands on the ground and then gets up going, fuck. It's crazy. Like I really don't understand why he's coming out so fast. I go down the slide like with my daughter, or sometimes my daughter will be like, you go down first. You can use your legs to kind of like slow yourself down. You can use your hands to slow yourself down. Like, you don't just have to eat the physics. Like, the slide is made for children who weigh like, you know, 1/4 of what an adult weighs, maybe less than 1/4. Like, they get a lot less force coming down the tube, but it's a beautiful video. Like, it's an all-timer for sure. I mean, I guess, like, I'm kind of a slide connoisseur or whatever, but because I've been going down them for a couple years now. But they really, yeah, they turn him into like a missile. I don't know what happens. Like, how did he must have gone down backwards on his belly. That's the first thing. Because there's no way in that tiny tube he was getting, I could see him getting flipped along the dorsal axis. He could have started on his back and ended up on his belly. But there's no way he started, well, now that I think about it, that doesn't make sense. There's no way he started head first. That's what I'm trying to say. But he didn't come out head first either. He did, someone said he came out like a prize from a gotcha machine, and that one got me really good. The foreshortening of the camera on the first angle is real. You should look at the second angle. The slide is long as frick. I used to work at Rackspace, and they had a slide in the middle of the workplace. Yes, many adults broke bones over the years. I believe that. Like, I've gotten myself bruised a little bit on slides that kids go down no problem. It's just like it's a math equation, right? It's the same way I always talk about with skiing. Like, if I go skiing or snowboarding and I fall over, like, I'm fucked for the whole day. When I was a kid, I could fall down and like tumble 15 times, like a Super Dave accident or something like that, and just get up and be like, where's my pole? I forgot about that. The one with the dude in that, the Milwaukee Brewers stadium who goes down like the world's smallest slide and breaks his ulna and like 7 ribs, even though it's for kids. It's crazy, man.
David Vassay's been talking for 3 days about going down the slide here in Milwaukee. I've never heard somebody so excited about doing anything, and David did do it today. Watch.
All right, here we go. Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
Strike on Muncie. Oh no. Okay.
Hi, guys. Hey, I do my own stunts, Tom Cruise style. I try to play it up Shaq in the Fool style, and you're looking at the Fool, but...
It's going to be so funny when Librarian splices this clip. It's funny now, okay? But it will be funnier with context on the screen. Listen, okay? I'm not taking offense to it. I watch edited meme compilations too. I understand. Yeah, I know. Playground equipment, you'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't. But, like, as a connoisseur of Vancouver playgrounds, I'm stunned that, like, I mean, kids break bones now and then. Like, I say the average kid from 0 to 18 probably breaks a bone. I never broke a bone. But, like, I had friends who broke, it was not rare for, like, you know, you play at the playground with your friend on Monday, and then he comes back to school on Tuesday with like a cast on his arm, and you're like, what happened? And he's like, I lost in StarCraft, so I smashed my forearm on my office chair and broke it. It happens all, like, kids do be breaking their bones, all right? But with the way playgrounds are built, I'm surprised. You know what's interesting to think of? I wonder if more kids or adults break bones on the playground, just in terms of quantity. Because way more kids play on the playground, but I think adults that play on the playground are way more likely to break something due to the fact that they weigh more and are less coordinated because they don't do it very often. A lot of the adults will be inebriated. As a kid, if you fall like 2 feet on your back, you'll get the wind knocked out of you. But as an adult, you may never like walk the same ever again. Also, I mean, you probably could have figured this out for yourself, but it should go without saying, not all playgrounds are created equal. Some playgrounds, and I'm sure this is true with like any city on the planet, but in Vancouver, some of the playgrounds built in like, you know, the mid-2000s, they have like that recycled tire floor. So if you fall down on it, you basically just trampoline like right back up without having a destructive impact. But then if you go to one that was built in like the 1960s, it's like gravel. It's just straight up like broken pieces of rock. is probably better than falling directly on top of like concrete, but it can't be that much better. I have so many memories of pulling wood chips out of my shin. Well, you know what's like crazy for me to think about is how I played like 10 years of baseball and softball, but my home field was fucking gravel. Like again, I understand that it could be worse. Like it could have literally been like magma or something like that. But they had gravel infields and they were like, oh yeah, if you need to beat the throw to second, just do like a headfirst slide. You're wearing long pants, but at the same time, you would get up on second and like dust yourself off and then pick rocks out of your shins. They should really make baseball fields out of ice. No, they fucking shouldn't, because you would like, I don't even know what injury you would get, but you would get horrible injuries. First off, ice is hard to fall on. If you've ever fallen down while like skating or something like that, your knees are getting bruised, okay? Secondly, in baseball, you need to stop. It's really easy to stop. Well, I shouldn't say really easy. It's fairly easy to stop when you're like running on dirt. It's impossible to stop if you're running on ice. Not to mention, can you imagine how hard it would be to hit a single? Because right now, as soon as the ball and the bat make contact, you're sprinting towards first. But do you know how long it would take you to get up to speed if you had to start from a dead stop on slick ice? It might take you like 30 seconds just to run to first base. I disagree with your take. Sorry. I said good day, sir. Imagine trying to swing a bat on ice. I didn't even talk about that. I mean, that by itself would be... I feel like that's a good way to like tear a hip abductor or something like that. You could play on skates. That's true. It's pretty funny that hockey's like one of the only games played on skates. I mean, like figure skating, yes. Figure skating isn't a game though, it's a way of life. Are you more of a volume shooter or a straight up sniper? Please tell me this is like a basketball thing and it's not related to like the volume of my ejaculate or something like that. Or the precision of my ejaculate. Could be either. What's a volume shooter? I mean, I can derive for myself what it could be, of course. Can I tell you last night? So I gave the baby a bath. She's not really a baby anymore, but it's a hard habit to break. I gave our daughter a bath. I put her to bed. Went downstairs, uploaded today's Super Auto Pets, made the thumbnail, came back upstairs, did the dishes. Last couple of dishes, I heard, which is like, my daughter, sometimes when she wants attention at bedtime, she'll take like a toy and then beat on the bars of her crib. Like ringing a dinner bell. Not an uncommon occurrence. I said, it's okay, she'll pass out pretty soon. Went back downstairs, came back up like 5 minutes later, and I heard, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. So I said, I better go check on that, okay? I walked upstairs. Our daughter had escaped from her crib, and she was just standing in the middle of the hallway going, Daddy, I pooped. Daddy, I pooped. We've been potty training her, and she's been doing like a really good job. We told her, like, if you ever have to poop, then you just say, Mommy, I need to poop, or Daddy, I need to use the potty, or whatever. I think she took the lesson like too literally. So after she pooped, she straight up vaulted out of her crib. But I'm so thankful that she's been using the potty better, man. Holy cow. But now it's like it never stops, right? Because now we got like a new problem, which is that her crib can no longer hold her. So I gotta like take the wall off the crib so that she can just sleep in the crib, but without the wall on the side, because if she's gonna climb out, it's like the way that cool parents talk about like underage drinking. They're like, I don't mind if they do it. I just want to make sure that they do it in a safe way. Like if she's going to escape from her crib, I'd rather she didn't have to scale a wall that was like the same height as her in order to do it. So I don't know what the fuck we're going to do about that. Because once she's free, I don't think she's ever going to sit down ever again. Hang on, I've got a push notification. Okay, I see. No problem. You know what? Here's my most Gen Z trait is I finally started using emoji reacts. I really think that that's something, I don't know if Gen Z invented it, but I'm willing to give them credit for it. Millennials do that already? Yeah, but we learned it from Gen Z. I know that because I am a millennial, I suppose. My boomer boss does it? Yeah, probably because he has a subscription to Fortune magazine and they did like a think piece on how Gen Z communicates in emojis. Our millennial dev team does it on Slack. Okay, I'm sure like your millennial dev team is talking about Barbenheimer too, but that's also a Gen Z invention. You know, just because millennials also do it doesn't mean that it didn't have like its patient zero in an elder Gen Z, okay? Millennials for sure started it. All right, well, you know what? No banter then. Literally, that was just the preamble to get to the joke. It was probably gonna be one of the best jokes you've ever heard in your entire life, but you don't deserve it because instead you were like, the premise of the joke doesn't make sense. Okay, no wonder every streamer on this website is just becoming a React streamer. Because you get really talented people to make the videos, and then you just go make yourself a damn grilled cheese while it plays in the background and come back and say thanks for the 100 gifted subscriptions. You're right, Chad. Your most millennial trait is having an issue with the premise of the joke, without a doubt. Your Gen Z trait is, yes, the joke made me laugh, but simultaneously, did you know that gravel's actually really important for industrial purposes? Who asked, brother? I get you watched a video essay on like all the surprising uses of gravel. I haven't seen that shit yet. I'm a millennial. I watch Netflix, okay? Hey, R. Mater, thanks for the gifted subscription. I don't watch anything. What does that make me? I honestly think that's kind of like boomer coded. To think you're superior than entertainment. Boomers watch TV. Yeah, there's like 4 billion of them. They do everything. Some of them do some stuff, some of them don't do other stuff. It's like literally like 60% of the Earth's population right now or something. That's not true. Probably millennials make up a larger proportion, but whatever. There's still a lot of them. Stop ruining Chat's joke premise. Chat's joke premise doesn't make sense to begin with because foundationally it hinges on the idea that Chat is funny. So, I mean, we're just starting with something that has no future. Holy cow, it's a lot of plus twos. Here we got 1 + 3 in there. Funnier than you? Nah, I don't think so, because then I'd be watching you. Well, I wouldn't be watching anything because I'm boomer coded. But if I were to watch something, it would be you. But instead, it's like I stream, and then I go do like, some work and some father and some husband stuff. And then I come back and I watch like a compilation of my own content. So it's like, make it make sense, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. If you could ban people from watching your content, would you? No, but if I could ban people from commenting on my content, I would. Wait a minute, I can! Holy cow! It's been a while since you read your ban appeals. I ban like 2 people a month. So like the ban appeals, typically I don't farm it for content like most other streamers, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because there's nothing to farm. It's usually there's just 2 different kinds that you get. One of them is, I'm an insane person, go die, and then you're like, deny. And then the other one is like, I shouldn't have said that, and you're like, okay, approve. You timed me out for saying your FTL gameplay was hard to watch? Yep. I would do it again, honestly, too. It's clearly not hard to watch because your ass was staying in chat long enough to type out like a 3-sentence long complaint about it. The Zapruder film is hard to watch. A man loses his life in the video. This is just a man playing a video game. You should just relax a little bit, Poindexter. You timed me out just for being funny, Lamau. World's funniest chatter, you can tell because he wrote Lamau at the end of his message. My man's got the guns out today. What are you talking? People are being rude, and then I'm responding with rudeness that's just funnier than their rudeness. And then I'm accused of being rude in the first place. If you want to be rude, at least have like the common sense to make it funnier than the rudeness that I direct back at you. I was just making a joke. I was just making a joke at your expense. But then when you made a joke at my expense and it hurt my feelings, my feelings were hurt, but I didn't think about the fact that my comment probably hurt your feelings in the first place. I had the world's most introspective chatter. An eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. Yeah, but like there's a corollary there. It's like if you poke my eye out, I'm going to poke your fucking eye out. You don't get to be the person poking eyes and then going, and I am just a guy, an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. An impartial observer can say, hey, don't lose your life to revenge. It's not worth it because the world will be worse as a result. The best revenge is a life well lived, you know? The dude poking the eyeballs doesn't get to say, an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. You don't understand the idioms. I was teaching idioms to 13-year-old Korean kids. And meanwhile, chat doesn't get it. And they're watching the most erudite streamer on the platform. I blame the education system, quite frankly. Says the man who doesn't understand 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Okay, but I do want to say that I don't understand what that means. Do lambs shake their tail particularly quickly? Yes. All right, well then I do understand it. I just think it's silly. They shake it like a Polaroid picture. Millennial response, I love that song. Boomer response, rap is crap. Gen Z response, you know, you're not really supposed to shake Polaroid pictures. I see it all. I'm the Dr. Manhattan of generational jokes. The globe was hard today, man. Ferdinand Magellan trying to navigate the Cape of Good Hope be like, the globe was hard today, man. Hey, when did, this is an honest question. When did they find out that the earth was round? No, when I say they, I mean like, when did the world's smartest person figure out that the earth is a globe? I'm not asking when like the plurality of the populace figured it out, because then the answer is probably like in the, I don't know, like the 17th century, and then it stopped again sometime around like 2021. There was speculation in ancient Greece. Really? They could tell because of the bend in the shadows? Nobody else is like willing to admit this. There were some smart motherfuckers back in the day, man. My ass definitely never would have thought of that. There still are? Yeah, we're so back, right? Lead apatite isomers are back on the table. Hey NL, why do room temperature superconductors matter? Because people who run big Substack newsletters tell me that they matter. I mean, you gotta acknowledge that what I just said was like half a joke, but also like, I just sort of like believe scientists, I guess. When the data is reproducible. I need like a scientist to come up with something incredible, and then I need like 20 other reputable scientists to be like, he's right, you know. And then I'm like, oh, I believe it. You can figure out the earth is not flat by yourself, but to figure out it's a spheroid would be very tough. Honestly, it wouldn't have even dawned on me to question the status quo if I were in ancient Greece, quite frankly. We win these? Holy cow. Librarian, I hope you were watching that one. Like, I would have been in ancient Greece. Probably me and Aristophanes would have been best friends, just because I am also very smart. But I'm sure he would have been like, oh, doth Eros est racking my brain, trying to figure out if the earth is a spheroid. And I'd be like, brother, don't worry about all that stuff, okay? Who's got time for that? The earth's flat, the earth's a spheroid, it's a rectangle. Why don't we just head on down to the fora and buy some garum, play around on our abacuses a little bit, live life, okay? Drink some fortified wine. I don't know what they were doing back then. It's kind of funny to think that in many ways, streaming is like one of the oldest jobs on the planet. Because didn't there used to just be like people that would go into the middle of the forum and they would like stand on a box and be like Hey, come listen to me. King Agamemnon's a fool. King Agamemnon's a fool. Town crier? No, not that, because that's like the modern day newspaper, right? Or something. Ooh. What about a court jester? I'm just talking about like because a court jester, you got to be like appointed. That's like becoming like an anchor on the news. But like you could just walk into like the fora, right? Guy who just learned what the fora is. I'm going to go to the fora and just stand up and be, oh, I got 0 acolytes at the fora today. I look up to Diogenes. I grew up watching Diogenes. He got me through some hard times. Diogenes, do you have any advice for getting more acolytes? Diogenes, do you think it's helped you gain more acolytes to proselytize from an old wine barrel? Diogenes is like, I love it when NL's history pilled. I know several figures in history and their names. I know every handout in every town and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. NL's a modern day Herodotus. Please don't insult me. Maybe this isn't fair. I feel like give me a second to cook here. There's probably back in the day, if you knew knowing how to read or write must have been overpowered, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because you could, if you were like one of 4 motherfuckers in Thebes who could write something down, you could change the course of the earth just by writing some shit down that like pushed your values. That's the only thing that's going to survive for like centuries, millennia, etc., etc. Not if nobody could read it. Yeah, but you know, people figured it out, the whole reading thing eventually or whatever. Allegedly. Basically, this is like a segue. I think they just made like a lot of that shit up. I don't trust any history. I don't think it ever happened. I think history is the world's first psyop. I don't think that motherfucker was coming back from Troy and a bunch of big-tittied mermaids were like, come play with us, come play with us. And he was like, no, lads, let's tie ourselves to the mast because we can't be seduced by the sign. I just don't see it going down like that, okay? I just don't see it going down like that, quite frankly, because we've seen videos. I've seen a video of an alien driving a forklift in Las Vegas. I've never seen a video of a big-titted mermaid being like, come play with us, except in mobile video game ads. It's so embarrassing to me that I didn't just get got by, hey, NL, have you ever been to Room 40 in Vancouver? But my ass actually Googled Room 40 Vancouver. Like, that's pathetic. I didn't have my guard up. Oh. What's your opinion on the movie E.T.? I don't know if anybody else has ever thought of this before, but my opinion on E.T., let me tell you, I think he's an affable alien. I just hope that I don't get stuck with his phone bill, because holy cow. Eating these nuts? That doesn't even make sense. I'm sorry to tell you that one does not work. Because the movie's not called Eating. The movie's called E.T. See, that you've millennialed it now. You've turned what was a decent joke format into something that's worse while attempting to build on it for your own personal glory. I didn't take Dove. What's wrong with me? No, what's right with me? War doesn't decide who's right. It decides who's left. He wants to be Oppenheimer so bad. Hey, how's the Oppenheimer tweet doing? Where he's kicking the grass? I'm Oppenheimer in Liar Liar be like, I'm kicking my grass. Do you mind? I didn't get it. You do have to understand the context of it, which is not like it's not your fault if you don't have access to that. But essentially, one of the most memed on comments of all time is the idea that during the Two Towers, Viggo Mortensen actually broke his toe when he kicks the helmet when finding out the hobbits have been taken to Isengard. And then Cillian Murphy, behind the scenes of Oppenheimer, was filmed just kicking the grass. So I quote tweeted that and said, did you know he actually broke his toe when they shot this scene for real? Has he talked about Lizzo yet? Yeah, you missed all the Lizzo discourse. You missed me giving 45 minutes of my opinion on Justin Trudeau's divorce. You're definitely watching the right Twitch channel. Do you look at does the title down here, is it all caps, emoji, get in here, bullet point list of all the big news happening today, open parentheses, gaming after? It turns out that last part was a fucking lie. You're watching the wrong damn stream. Is this the Peloton support group stream? Not my ass realizing that there is an NL hashtag on Peloton. Shout out to all the people riding in hashtag the egg carton. Then me clicking on the hashtag and expecting there to be like 4 motherfuckers from Ohio in there, and there's like 175 people or something like that. Daniel, get out of here. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. We've already done our time when it comes to talking about your roguelite tier list, so you're not going to get in here and farm engagement, okay? I'm sure you want to get in here and opinion on Hades being a trash tier minus game. No, we already did that because it was breaking news when it happened, okay? So you're not going to get in here and farm a clip that your editor can put on the soundboard that you can play whenever you can't think of something to say, okay? We're beyond that now. We're in the end game, Tony. I didn't really watch it because I was live by the time I sat down on my computer today. But I peered my little head into your stream to see how you rank the roguelites. And I reverse engineered how the stream came to pass. There's no doubt in my mind, you must have told a moderator to make a tier maker template with every roguelite you've ever played. But then they did exactly what you asked, and you realized that 70% of the roguelites you've ever played have been sponsored streams, which means you can't put them any lower than forgettable. Because if you place them into the F tier or trash tier, it reflects poorly on the sponsor. It also reflects poorly on you for agreeing to the game. So me clicking on your stream and seeing that there's like 9 games you've played for exactly 2 hours and 5 seconds in the forgettable tier. It was very relatable as a streamer. Let's just put it that way. And then also, listen, Hades is obviously a great roguelite, so we don't even need to touch on that. But you having dicey dungeons in like trash tier, or F tier at least, that one kind of irked me as well. Because the Dicey Dungeons is a good game. It just happens to not be the best roguelite, and it happens to not be that replayable. Like it's more of like a one-shot Marty, but then there's like multiple campaigns to go through. But it's a great game. It's not getting it's just desserts, man. It's at least like a C tier in the pantheon, and probably like an A minus tier just in gaming in general, because the industry's so cooked right now. No, it's not cooked. You know it's not cooked because the entire hopes and dreams of the industry are hinging on a game that hasn't even come out yet. Okay, it worked for Barbenheimer, okay? But I'm just saying, is there a chance for more Isaac when it gets online co-op? Listen, it's been 7,000 hours of Isaac made publicly, okay? Who are you, a highway designer in the Midwestern United States? Just one more lane? I know we got 7,000 lanes, but one more lane would really hit the spot. At some point, we've got to have an honest conversation with each other and acknowledge that it's never enough. The more you make, the bigger the appetite gets. That's it. It's an act of public good to not play any more Isaac. Because if I played more Isaac, you would simply want more Isaac. I'm doing us both a favor by staying away for now, okay? Katie Freeway has stepped into the chat. Listen, I am not as online as I used to be. Is Katie Freeway a gimmick Twitter account designed for pro-automobile policy proselytizing? Oh, it's a freeway in Texas. It's not a pop star? You make me feel like I'm living a traffic dream. The way you built a lane, I will drive to the grocery store and everywhere else. You got your top pulled back, got your luggage rack, got your traffic dream tonight. You know what I'm saying? Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. It's a good, one of the all-time great songs to climb out of the saddle to. I'll tell you that much. Katy Perry is 26 lanes across. No wonder she's popular. Yeah, when you ripped up jeans and your tight ass jeans with your turbo team tonight. How does it go? When you, baby, lay your hands on me with your ripped up jeans with your teenage zines tonight. Something like that. It's a pretty good song. This is I put this in the video. I personally guarantee 10 wins. It's the perfect shop. I'm calling my shot right now. This is Babe Ruth pointing at the left field. Is that true? I don't know. Let me be like a booming, let me be a subtle carrot. I will leave if he doesn't get 10. I'm that confident. Plus, you're not going to leave. We're going to code names. You probably start working on the code names video already. It would be me laughing with the I can't, like, semi-transparent filter over top of my face, and then the title would be like HCJustin thinks what is a bird? If Alaska became a Canadian province, where would it rank amongst the current ones? It would be Canada's most overpowered territory, in my opinion, which means it would still, no disrespect to Alaska, as you know, I'm a big fan of Ketchikan, Alaska. It would probably, oh, you piece of shit. It would probably lose to almost every province except New Brunswick. Maybe, I don't know, we don't need to get nasty, you know? I thought you said it'd be overpowered? Yeah, overpowered relative to the territories. I mean, we're talking about the territories here. We're not even talking about the provinces. What does that mean? Well, like in Canada, there's provinces and then there's territories. They're not the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Nobody really knows like the difference. But I mean, if you were like, Yukon is my favorite province, I would be like, oh really, are you from like the future or something? Yeah, provinces are relatively warm and territories are relatively cold. Would you move to Nunivet for 30 years for $30 million? It's interesting. I think the answer is yes. But it is the sort of thing you have to think about. I know it seems like, why would you have to think about it? Well, like the question really is, like, what's the point of having $30 million in Nunivet? Like, you could probably have like a really nice house, but it's like in Nunivet. Could you vacation? I think you could do whatever you want after your 30 years are up, but for 30 years, I think for this to be accurate, you need to, for this to be a good faith argument, you need to stay in Nunivet. You can't go. $30 million is enough for month-long vacations. First off, no, it isn't. It's enough for like forever long vacations. But then secondary, but of course it's enough for month-long vacations. People go backpacking in Europe with like, $1,500 in their savings account. But I don't think you can be like, sure, I'll move to Nunivet for 30 years. Wink, wink. By the way, like we spend 6 months in Florida. Like you're cheating in that case. You gotta wait. You gotta run it out for 30 years. I'm not even saying Nunivet is like a bad place to live necessarily. I'm just saying like the amount of money that you're getting to live in Nunivet is hard to apply to raising your quality of life in Nunivet, I think. A year for $1 million? For sure. 5 years for $5 million? I would say no doubt about it. 30 years for 30 million? I mean, that's like, you never know how long you got on this planet, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad or anything. Hang on, get out of here. We finally got you. Is it paid out only at the end? No, because then obviously you wouldn't take it. Because then, like, for 30 years in Nunivet, you'd just be living in Nunivet with, like, your normal amount of money, which is probably not 30 million, unless you're Mad Dog Nation. The one guy from here, from Nunivet, is furious. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure that the one guy watching the stream from Nunivet is probably like, yeah, we don't want you here anyway. It's already too crowded. I see 2 motherfuckers every time I go to the grocery store. It makes me sick. This is the one I guaranteed a 10-piece on, huh? Well, we are at 6 in 8 rounds, but it's fallen off a little bit. You should at least be able to take a 1-month-long vacation every year. No, because then it's like you think you found a way to hack the system, but you're just breaking the spirit of the question. It's like saying, would you, if you could make $10 million a year by just drinking exclusively only piss, would you do it? And you're like, yeah, but like once a day I'll have a glass of water. It's like, no, motherfucker, it's piss all day, every day. Nobody's going to do this shit for you anyway, so why are you getting so, oh, it would kill my kidneys. My kidneys would get so damaged. Nobody's coming down and giving you the offer anyway, so don't get mired in the muck of the semantics, okay? We're asking questions that tick, Peter, what's the name of that? Peter Molyneux's curiosity. We're getting down into the curiosity cube that is your brain to find out what your values are, okay? It's not like an escape room where it's like, I'm going to invest my money. I'm going to put all of my money in cash in a bank in the Cayman Islands. So in order to get my money, I have to fly to the Cayman Islands. It's not a vacation. We're just trying to figure out what you value in life. I mean, I think that, first off, $30 million to live in Nunivet for 30 years is a great deal if you value the sort of things that you would get from a life in Nunivet and that kind of money simultaneously. Like, if you're in a position where, like, it's important for you to provide, like, generational wealth to your family, then maybe that's, so you're like, I'm going to eat it for 30 years. Or maybe you're like, I've just always romanticized the tundra. In which case, more power to you. This is a great offer for you, okay? But for like a normal person who enjoys eating food that tastes good and having things to do around them and being able to go outside in like a hoodie instead of like full winter gear, and then like also the sun, value things like possibly the sun going down in the summer and the sun coming up in the winter time. Like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking it's too late to start investing in you. It's a great time to start investing in you. I'm so caught up in you, little girl, that I never did suspect a thing. I'm sorry, it's easy to see. Wait, who's that? Is that 38 Special? I didn't write this song, Chad. Don't get on my ass. This shit came out when I was like negative 20 years old. That is 38 Special, the original supergroup. I was there when they were formed. It is a great song. One of the all-time great songs in the worst rock band. No, not Beatles. Rock Band 4. Why is the thumbnail picture for Nunivet just a cloud? Well, like, listen, I'm not, like, I don't have a fucking bone to pick with Nunivet, okay? But you asked. And I think the answer might be like, yes, it is that boring. Like it's, and boy, I don't know, boring might not be the word you want to use. This is not a good round for us, but that's, we'll just live with that. Please tell me Codenames is in 12 minutes. Guy whose time is very valuable, but he's been watching 2 hours and 48 minutes of Super Auto Pets nonetheless against his will under duress. And then this is where the prophecy can come true, okay? We go mongoose. And we go peanut jar. And then we rely on the stork to spit something out that wins us the game. Peanut jar ain't it? Jar overwrites melon? Yeah, that's good. It's better than the melon. Oh, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Take 2 of these. I just imagine, librarian, can we get an edit where we hold up the middle finger on this one? Peanuts not the way. Peanuts not the way. Shut the frick up. You know who you're talking to? 10 wins on turn 12, and we called the win right here. You remember how Justin's old pharmacist was called Gaylord O. Panis? Oh, man. It's so funny. Can you say that? It's just a man's name. You ever see that gimmick Twitter account that's like real people's names, and it's just insane names from old American censuses? Sensei? It was like a month ago. They were like, cute gooner. Ohio Census 1904. Yes, there. I did see John Fortnite and gay Hitler. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about the name gay Hitler. But like, if you're going to say that the name is not funny, I'm sorry to tell you that you're incorrect. It's even funnier because like the dude with the name, we died never having to know that he had the funniest name of all time. So it's a genuinely like victimless crime. How long did he die ago? It was in like 1807 or something like that. All these people smearing his bloodline. Well, that's the real tragedy, is that as far as I know, like gay Hitler was like a pretty nice guy. According to his eulogy in the Cincinnati Examiner, at least. Clipped. People be acting like Rudy Gay is not a current NBA player. Yeah, but his name is not like Rudy Gay Hitler. Like that's, I mean, it's like it takes both parts of the recipe in order to make it the funniest name that's ever existed. It's funny because if the guy's name was just like gay something, that wouldn't be funny. It would be homophobic to laugh at. And if the dude's name was just Hitler, that wouldn't be funny either. It would be tragic 2 different ways. But when you put them together, there's some comedy magic happening there. His dad's name was George Washington Hitler. I mean, that's also funny, but it's not as funny as gay Hitler. But it's probably funnier than cute gooner. But I'd have to think about it for a while. Can we talk about how the dude's name is really Baby Gronk? It's gonna be so sad when he's like old. And he's like, my name is Baby Gronk. You know? Like when a child actor gets older. I'm Baby Gronk. Name, please? Gronk, comma, baby. I don't know why he sounds like that. No, it's going to be like Michael by then. I see what you're saying. You're saying that Baby Gronk is going to be so influential. It's going to be as common as cute gooner was back in the day. Happy birthday, Polly. So true. Hey, you fucking robot, you collection of silicone ones and zeros. Why don't you bring me a fucking pastrami sandwich? Right away, Polly. Good luck in the match, Rocky. I didn't tell you you could fucking talk to Rocky Balboa in my house. It needs to go like this, right? Oh. No! North American aim. Now this goes to the frickin' moon. Now I'll sell my fucking Stingray. Okay. Please let the TV break. You're right, it would be sick to get a 2-2 buff on everybody instead of like 17 4-4 buffs, the way my squad is designed to thrive. It's a really good idea. You know what? I'll take that one under advisement. Come on, come on. Piece of shit. Don't get sniped. Oh, everybody's stacked, so the pretzel's actually good? Holy frick. Big whoop. Okay, listen. They actually have constructed quite a devilish little team here. It's just a shame it's not going to matter. There's 9. Now I need more foods, please. More foods. Good foods. Need some foods. I'm going to need a food. Going to need a good food. Going to need a good food. Really good food! All right, what they got so much protection. They're overriding their damn coconuts with melons. What a world! You're washed. You're washed. Well, well, well. Would you look at that? 2 10 pieces in a row. Slash marker. Sap. He's crazy. Librarian literally screaming right now. I'm glad we brought the heat on the Super Auto Pets segment. Now, I just got to pretend to be out of breath real quick, okay?
Ooh.
Three people?
Hey! Sorry,
Hey.
Justin told me to do that.
Well, Chiblee keeps doing it to me because I told him there's a repair guy at my house, so he's been screaming.
There's no way, man. There's no way.
Hey,
Sorry.
there we go. I knew
More
you.
people!
Hi, friends.
Hello,
What's up?
Baer.
What's up?
What's up, man?
It's been so long since we've gained.
It has been.
It has.
Well, we're
This
here
is a
every Wednesday
big
playing
day.
London. But a lot. It's increasingly small. You ever see the Lord of the Rings films?
No.
When they
Haven't heard of
start out, there's like 9 of those fuckers. And then like one of them tries to take the ring, he gets killed by the Uruk-hai, and he gets redeemed at the end. And then like the hobbits get taken to Isengard. And then it's like after a while, you're like, holy shit, it's just Frodo and Sam, man.
Yep.
And Gollum shows up.
So are you Frodo?
I
or
love
Sam?
that guy.
I'm the one who doesn't want to share the load. I want that whole
Ooh.
thing for myself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get all that load.
This guy's greedy with his loads.
What loads? What is the load we're talking about?
Before I answer this
So-
question, are you over the age of 18?
Yes.
All right. I forgot our dollar is 30% less powerful than yours.
How's it
Mine's
feel?
like 50. It's
Yeah,
so
wow,
good.
that's
Most of the
That's a
time it
bummer, I'm
feels
sorry.
okay, but like it kind of sucks when I'm in your country because I'm like, whoa.
Wait.
I'm used to a
no.
sandwich being like $17, and then I'm in America and I'm like, whoa, $12 sandwich, and then I check my credit card statement when I get home and I'm like, what the hell, $17 sandwich?
Dude, we got
It's
used
like
to
when I-
$12 sandwiches real fucking quick. Those things used to be like $5.
It is
I
crazy.
brought a
yeah. Sandwiches got expensive, man. Things are getting pricey.
Venus.
Did you
I
try?
was trying to say. I was trying
I
to
know,
say a lot there, and I
He
just
got
gave
talked
up.
over like 4 times, so he had to.
I didn't even hear him. I'm so sorry. Oh, I've
I
only
heard
got one
say
headphone on.
Venus, and that made
I
me
heard
really
Venus. Yeah,
I just committed to the Venus because I gave up on my dreams.
that's smart.
happy. Back up Venus.
Help!
You get an $8 footlong meal at Subway, yeah, but then you got to eat Subway.
Dude, I think that Chiblee and Justin were here when I was talking about this. But like a month ago, I got Subway for the first time in maybe 8 months. And let me run it down for you. First off, I go into the restaurant for the first time in 25 years. They changed the menu. You can't get a cold cut combo anymore. It's in like the fine print.
insane.
So I'm looking at all the sandwiches have names that don't even describe the ingredients. So they're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I'll take a foot long kickin' chicken." Okay. While they're making the kickin' chicken, which is like 2 chicken cutlets on bread, I look at it and the shit is like 1,400 calories. But then I looked at all the other ones and they were all like 1,400 calories. So I was like, okay, first knock, this shit is obviously not good for you. It's never been good for you, but now now it's obvious. Then they, at least in Canada, they changed. So they're trying to de-incentivize you to put the stuff that you want on the sandwich. All the sandwiches are like preset recipes, so they just start putting this stuff on at the end. If you're used to the Subway where you're like, I'll take lettuce and tomatoes and et cetera, they're trying not to do that anymore. Second knock. Third knock, she was $17. I don't know, I was going to say $1,700 for the foot long. No combo. Fourth knock, the Interact machine asked me for a tip after, 10, 15, or 20%. First time I've ever seen it at Subway. And then as Baer alluded to, the fifth knock is that it didn't taste good because it was a Subway sandwich. So I was like, everything's bad.
The tipping stuff is wild now, man. Like, I don't ever want to be perceived as anti-tip. I'm just anti-tip in every single financial interaction I ever have.
There's definitely some wild ones.
They cross the threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm hitting it in almost every situation, but like I've definitely had some where I'm like, no,
I'm not.
Nah, dude.
I'm not. I've never tipped, bro.
You don't have to there.
Is that true?
Even in America, fuck that, bro. Like, you're working a job and you want me to pay your fucking like life? Like, come on, fucking grow up, bro. Like, read the fucking room. Like, I ain't paying shit, man. Like, come on.
Well, you've seen self-checkouts with tips, Toasty? What the hell?
That is crazy.
That's so funny.
I've long been
Straight up nonsensical.
I think if you use the self-checkout, you should get 2% off your grocery bill because
agreed. Yeah, where's the
you're doing the work
button?
You should tip and it should go back into your account and it should be awesome and you should feel proud of yourself.
Yeah, I want a button at the self-checkout that tells me that I am taking money directly from the paycheck of the clerk that would have checked me out in the next aisle over.
Oh, like when you go to choose which line to get into, the regular checkout or the self-checkout. If you go self-checkout, you have to watch a 30-second video of like them letting a cashier go in order to use it.
Dude, I don't know if this is like a crazy thing to think, but sometimes in self-checkout, I'm like, I'm scanning this shit so good, they're going to offer me a job. Like, they're going to snipe me out of the self-checkout and be like, you are so good at packing bags, bro.
They're looking out for the next wave of cashiers, no doubt.
And I'm ready to tell them, like, nah, I'm sorry, I got a job. It's kind of.
The dude looking over my receipt after I leave the self-checkout, holy cow, this guy loves bananas. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
no, yeah. Potatoes? Am I right, brother? I've been eating so many potatoes.
I eat too many potatoes, man.
Scanning a 75-inch Samsung OLED TV as produce code 4011.
There you go. Someone who definitely isn't me did that once when TVs first came out.
Wow.
Yeah. HD TVs, sorry. Yeah. When HD TVs first came out, I knew a guy who had a friend who worked at a CompUSA who definitely scanned it as like a case fan for like $18 or something.
Let's go.
There you go. Did you see the one ring MTG card was sold to Post Malone for $2.6 million? That's less money than I thought it would make, to be honest. I thought I'd get like north of 3 or 4 mil. That thing is, I mean, 1-for-1 Magic cards. I think that's the only one that exists, right?
His legacy deck is going to be unbeatable.
No kidding.
I got a 9, dude. It didn't even get graded as a 10.
Waste of time.
I do think it is like, of all the things to do with like tons of money, I guess I could respect like buying Magic cards.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Dude.
you could do way eviler thing.
But what's the most evil thing you could do?
Blow up a fucking house.
Yep, Oppenheimer.
Yep.
Oppenheimer dudes would be like, yep.
Did you see it?
I've not seen it.
I
No.
saw it last night, actually.
I have not seen
Really?
it.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
were you
pretty
at
good.
Joe Biden's screening? I heard he was watching it last night too.
Joey B hasn't invited me to a screening in years.
No.
We
Why
had
the
a
freak?
falling
Does
out.
anyone else think it's kind of freaking suspicious Joe Biden is watching Oppenheimer? Like, what the heck? Don't do that, man.
Dude. Joe Biden finding out about the existence of the atomic bomb from Oppenheimer.
Just put a little hand on
Would
it.
you eat a spider?
Yeah.
I think I would.
I don't think it'd be so bad.
It's like less disgusting than chicken if you think about it. Like if you look at raw chicken and a raw spider, like the raw spider's got me hungrier.
I think it's a little spicy. I think it's got some tang to it.
Oh yeah, the venom.
There you go. Yeah. And then you
Wait,
fucking
wait.
die.
Venom. You know Eminem. Venom.
I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
Dang, but I like the way
Feminist
you're saying
woman
it.
love Eminem.
Are you making like the
Don't you
record
just
scratch
want to
sound?
It is Mr.
Grab a
Bean.
boot. I tried.
Oh,
No, it's
okay.
Eminem, man. Don't disrespect my king.
Did you see the video where the lady says Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem and then she does her own rap to Forgot About Dre?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm missing out.
What? Gen Z's trying to what? Cancel Eminem. Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem? Honey, that's cute. Listen, little kitties, let me make this quite clear. This man was around even before you were here. So what, you're all mad because the man was a lyricist while all your rappers are mumbling gibberish? No, go ahead and shut your mouth. Better yet, go and sit your ass in time out because boy was running laps even before you could walk. Hell, boy was spitting bars even before you could talk. So no, afraid you're null and void, dear. I'm afraid your opinion don't matter here because one day you'll grow up and see how everyone went and forgot about Z.
Did you see?
I'm gonna cancel Eminem.
Did you see the one where she took a screenshot of a comment that said, "You can't do that, that's cringe," and then she did like a 30-second dance with the caption, "I was physically bullied in middle school." on the screen. That was pretty good.
Time and place, man.
You still on TikTok, Ryan?
Oh,
No.
Huh?
I just see the best TikToks that make it to Twitter.
Yeah. Or like the 5-minute ones that Corey links in the chat.
Dude, I can't. Someone's got to stop this guy. Whenever, with no comment whatsoever, he posts a TikTok that I open on the TikTok web app and it pops up a big screen being like, you can log in to get more videos like this. Well, the thing just loops in the background with the worst audio of all time. I can't even see it because the damn splash screen is covering the video.
Well, you know that the Yappy you have a more optimal experience. You
Listen,
you download
I
the
know
app.
he can't defend himself, okay? Because he's like not here right now. But it's just something old people love to do. Old people will be like, you got to check out this video. And then like, they won't even link it to you. They'll just pull it up on their phone. And then you look at it and it's like an 11-minute long highlight from America's Got Talent or something like that. And you're like, oh, fuck. I'm really going to have to watch this motherfucker juggle for 11 minutes?
That's when you reach over their shoulder and tap the gear and then hit the 2x playback speed.
And then you're like, wow, he's really good.
We went to this place, Tony Burger, local joint. I
Tony.
am now ruined for like trying to get a burger from like any other fast food place now that I've been exposed to like what good burgers should be, because I've had that and I've had Nielsen's, which is another place local to us, and their burgers are just like at least twice as good as any like Wendy's or McDonald's burger I've ever had in my life.
Oh, but a Whopper, dude. I feel like a Whopper.
I
just love
don't
that.
like that you really like Burger King.
Who
Because
anointed
it's
that
garbage
guy?
food.
Burger King better than McDonald's, man.
Definitely
you can't
better
have
than
it your
McDonald's.
way.
way better than McDonald's. I'm
They
with you there.
know that it had to be Burger King instead of Burger President because nobody would have voted for that guy.
I made people from Texas very mad when I finally had Whataburger, and I was like, "Oh, this is literally just a Burger King clone."
Ooh,
people
no, I'm with
hated
you,
that.
dude.
But legit, it was just a Burger King clone.
Thank you.
Why are they trying to dethrone the king? It's good. It's better than Subway.
Yes.
It's better than Subway.
Of course.
Man.
It was not.
And
good.
y'all have talked about Subway for years, so
That's my fault.
I don't know what
else?
blooming is, to be honest, dude.
is it better than Taco Bell? I think it is.
No,
man.
I'm a Taco Bell apologist, dude. Taco Bell's S tier. I'll hear no
Taco Bell's
arguments.
delicious, dude. I don't know if it's
It's the
like
best.
even meat in the tacos, but whatever the fuck they're putting in there is tasty.
Dude, you just if you don't like that meat, you just sub out black beans, and you've got a nice little meal there.
I don't even know if the meat at Burger King is meat. I'm gonna be
That's true.
honest.
Dude, what the fuck is blooming? I'm sorry. I have to put my head back.
I'm
Hold on one
completely
second.
off, like,
I hope he's
Baer,
thinking
Wendy's,
hard.
or Burger King. I was Wendy's over Burger King every fucking time. You kidding me?
Easy.
That's not even a contest.
I don't know. Wendy's is kind of good here. Well, it used to be. I've not had it in a long, long time.
And the
They got
spicy
that
chicken
$5
sandwich.
Big Mac deal now.
The spicy chicken sandwich changed the fast food game forever.
No doubt. Like they've got
100%.
actual good deals at Wendy's.
Oh.
You can get crispy chicken nuggets, fries, and a little drink for $5.
Pest control's here now, but they can't spray because there's the guy doing the maintenance. Dude, my life a mess lately.
Oh no.
God,
You got a
damn.
goddamn party, bro.
Stop getting distracted and figure out what else is blooming.
Fucking, what else is blooming? I don't know. What else?
Oh,
what
yeah,
else
they
is
got-
fucking? What else has limestone in it?
He's not giving you a lot of help, this guy.
Limestone?
These are perfect clues.
Dude, Arby's though, Meat Mountain. Whew, that's
They
fine
have
dining
meat
right there,
right
man.
here.
I will go to bat for a big ass roast beef sandwich from Arby's, dude. I got
Arby's
no
makes a
problem
really
with
good fish sandwich. I know it's gonna
I
sound
was-
insane.
I was trolling. What is wrong with all of you?
that. Nah, dude, I'm all about that
not
roast
bad.
beef.
I just can't get over. I guess this is ironic because I ate at Subway forever. But like a fast food restaurant that just serves deli meat sandwiches on like a Kaiser roll, like that's
Okay.
one for me. Where like if I was gonna get a roast beef sandwich, why wouldn't I just go to the grocery store?
Which is
Seriously.
ironic with your love of Subway.
I know,
What
but
is
like
your favorite,
I can't get the
chain
Subway
sandwich?
bread. I can't get the Subway bread at the grocery store. I can get the Arby's bread.
What's your favorite chain sandwich?
I don't know. We really only in Vancouver we only have Subway and Mr. Sub, which is like
Oh no.
That's how they do things.
Oh, I was gonna say, you ever wear your nut kilt?
excuse me.
That's
My
the two words side by side. A nut kilt.
oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about when I had that scrotum surgery.
Oh, did you have to wear a nut kilt?
I had to wear a bandage for like a couple weeks, and then the worst part was when I had to take that son of a gun off. Holy!
Oh, was it cooking in there?
It wasn't cooking. It was just like I had a lot of hair on my thighs. They should have told me to shave before I came in for the surgery.
Do you shave
They
your
not?
thighs?
I wish I did, but no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't shave anything, except you know,
Oh, I know.
Your face.
Your face.
I know.
No, yeah, sometimes.
It's got to smell.
I got a good
It's gotta
nair
smell.
tutorial for you.
No,
if you
no,
want
no,
to
no, no.
nair Anything, Justin.
I don't know.
You have a
if-
what tutorial?
The nair. You know the nair, the hair
Oh, yeah,
remover?
yeah.
We're all
You're boofing it, right?
grown men here, okay? So I'm not saying this for humor. I'm saying this to tap into the foundational experience of being a man. Shaving or like trimming your pubic area above the cock line, extremely easy. 0 out of 10 difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cock itself, 2 or 3 out of 10 difficulty, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
The area between the anus and the balls themselves, 15 out of 10 difficulty.
It's very perilous.
You've tried
I-
to shave the balls?
Well, like with the electric razor.
Okay, that's at least there's
I-
that, but
I-
that's still.
I think the area between the balls and the anus is easier than the balls because you just get a good squat going.
Well, the
Yeah.
balls are hard with an electric razor because they're wrinkly, so like they can get
Yes.
caught. Like you need a good buzzer.
I've never.
No, that's
I've never
what I
actually
mean.
done like the clean shave down there. I've always done a trim. But I've
Oh,
never gone for
even the
actual-
trimmer, I feel like I'm always nicking myself.
Yeah. Well, I'm honestly,
course.
I'm not at all affiliated with them, even though I think it was a thing for a bit where every streamer was sponsored by them. But that Manscaped shit, like, honestly works good.
How? Like
I-
what part of it?
It has never pinched me. It has
Really?
never pinched me yet. Yeah.
I cut my balls once, and I've never done it again. So.
It's scary. I don't blame you.
Yeah, man. When they did my,
I think it ruined my life.
One of those cheap disposable razors. Oh my god, I wouldn't want them near me with that shit. No, thank you.
I dunk my whole shit in a bucket of Nair, dude, and I let it rot off for 15 minutes.
That's the part of the body you wanted to cook up, right?
Can't you like go to a spa and like get put under anesthesia, and then they could just take care of it, and then when you wake up, you're like, holy cow,
I'm clean.
I never knew I used to
shaven like dick and balls, right?
I think I want the balls to be completely clean.
Yeah, the balls. Yeah, there's no.
But that's the hardest part to get.
I've been told by people that it's off-putting when there's just nothing there, you know?
Why are we so anti-hair? I don't know about that. I think it's just a matter of personal comfort. I like to keep it trimmed. I'm
the hairiest man in the world.
It's fucking hot, man.
It's 100% a mental game for me, which is dumb. I wouldn't care, but I'm like, someone else is gonna care.
I can't believe you guys are so good at shaving your nuts. It's like,
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay, well, there's dozens of us. I thought for
you
so
want to
long.
take your neck there and transfer it up to the beard, dude? That's gonna happen at some point. They're gonna develop the tech to do a hair transfer, even where it grows from.
I've got some incredible news for you.
What's this?
That's what they do.
What?
When they do a hair
put
transplant.
Back hair on my head?
Yeah, or your anal hair or something.
Wait, they stop it from growing in that spot and make it grow somewhere else?
I don't think they can stop it. They need to use a laser for that. But then that's how they move it, right? They move it from your butt to your head.
No, they move it from the back of your head to the front of your head, man. Otherwise, you're gonna have weird puby,
weird fucking butt hair on your head.
Alfalfa
hair, dude.
Keep in mind when I went bald,
bro, your hair stinks.
When I accepted my baldness, this was 2007 or 2008. Maybe the technology's come a long way.
No, it's the back of your head to the front. That's how they do it.
You know the gif of the dude explaining the iPad to him in the Apple store? Me telling my hair transplant, I disconnected from the game room. Now I'm back. Me asking my hair transplant tech why he doesn't just take the hair from the back of my head instead of my butt. Oh. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. Hang on, I'm working on it.
That's not from the Apple store. That's Drake and Lil Yachty. Oh, yeah. My mistake.
I think Lil Yachty's apparently
Who's in your
pretty
Steam
chill.
avatar?
Oh, Blade?
Oh, I thought it was Young Lean. I thought Lil Yachty was Young Lean this whole time.
Fine.
I thought you were talking about
the
the guy who got canceled for hitting his cat. You know, he sits courtside.
That's who I have in my Steam profile?
No, Hasbula.
Oh, Hasbula, yeah.
Everyone hates Hasbula. In
dude,
in a 6-month span, Hasbula abused an animal, backed NFTs, and then backed a fascist government. He really speed ran getting hated.
Well, piece of shit speed run, dude. Yeah, for real.
And then also said he won't take photos with fans that are women.
Wow.
That sucks.
Dude, I got a crazy conspiracy TikTok last night that Stevie Wonder can see because he sits courtside at basketball games.
Yeah, but have you heard the Shaq story?
I'll tell you a Stevie Wonder story, but you're not going to believe me.
Come on, man.
No, I wouldn't.
I know the story. He's got to tell it.
I wouldn't
He's got to
believe it.
tell it, Ernie.
It's a true story.
It's
a true story. So,
according to Shaq.
we lived in the building on Wilshire. So you park your car under the valet's down there. So I'm already in the building. I'm coming through the lobby. Door opens. It's Stevie Wonder. He comes in, says, "What's up, Shaq?" Presses the button. Hold on, it's true story. Presses the button, gets off on the floor, bathtub, goes to his room. I went and called every person I knew and told the story. They believe me. No, bro, he got on the elevator. He's like, "What's up, Shaq? How you doing, big dog?"
Where he said that he and Stevie Wonder used to live in the same apartment building. And one time Shaq was in the elevator and the doors opened up and Stevie Wonder was there. And Stevie Wonder said, "How you doing, Shaq?" Then he got on the elevator and pushed the right button.
Yeah.
That's a classic conspiracy theory that Stevie Wonder can see. It's up there with False Paul and Averill.
I mean, when people are like being blind, it doesn't mean you can't see anything, right?
Yeah, you could be legally blind and you could still like actually, see some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's fucking Shaq,
he's
dude.
Stevie
If
Wonder,
he sees
dude.
a 7'3" giant blob of a person, there's a good chance it's Shaq.
You don't know that. That's,
Shaq's
that's
blind?
problematic.
Maybe Shaq walks around going like Shaq. Like we don't know that,
How you doing?
Dude, there's an NFL player named LaShawn McCoy who apparently every time he made a cut out on the field, he would go McCoy.
That is great.
Greatest shit of all time.
Oh man,
I love that. Oh man, when I was a little kid, I got approached by a news reporter in a collectible store that I was buying Magic cards in, and they asked me who my hero was, and I didn't know what to say, so I said Shaq. And then they laughed at me.
What if Shaq was there though? What if that was like a test and it was like, well, guess who we've got for you?
Oh my god, I would have been so happy.
you ever
Would've
seen the
been much
videos
cooler.
where Shaq goes undercover as an Uber driver, and then, like at the end of it, he takes off his wig and his hat and stuff, and then he's like, "Did you know it was me?" And they're like, "Yeah, I had an idea."
Yeah, Shaq.
It's a 7'2" Uber driver with Shaquille O'Neal's face and voice.
Very noteworthy voice, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm still upset that cum was neither smell nor pants.
There, come on, if you saw what I saw, you would get it, dude.
I'll probably get there soon.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah. I know what I'm doing here. Oh.
Is there anybody that is less able to go undercover than Shaq? I feel like that he might be one of the most notable like celebrities like that you could just like identify immediately.
Like Osama bin Laden, maybe couldn't go undercover.
Dude, isn't he like, or wasn't
Yeah,
he? I
he
guess,
died.
Like tall as hell. Yeah, no, I remember. He was like 6'10" though, wasn't he? I think.
I heard he could
do.
hoop. Yeah, I heard he could hoop.
I always say I can't really like do crime because I'm too noticeable. Like I've got tattoos. I'm a really big, big
dude, they
guy.
catch you on the camera, it's over.
Yeah. Like I can't be sneaky at all. I'm the least covert guy I know.
For your spy master to give
Doing
you the
crime
clue.
must have been so easy in like the 20s.
Dude,
you know?
it's crazy.
Like why would
it
anyone
also
have paid
is
for
the 20s,
anything?
which is fucking wild.
It's like a John Mulaney bit, right? That's like if the cops didn't see you do the murder, like how would you ever get caught?
It's over, yeah.
Yeah.
Got off scot-free. Who's Scott? Why is he so free?
It's me.
Oh, all right.
I was born that way.
Well, I mean, you're gonna be free if you're not doing no crimes, right?
True.
For now.
Like it's more amazing that they ever like caught a murderer. Or I guess you know what would be like really messed up is if it's like the 1850s. If you just didn't like somebody, you could just be like, "Hey, I know who Jack the Ripper is. It's this guy. He told me he's Jack the Ripper."
That was the other thing I was going to mention is that like they probably didn't catch anybody. They just claimed to have caught somebody, and then they threw an innocent guy in jail.
It's like, I think this guy was doing spells, maybe. And then they just like throw him into a mountain. Into a mountain.
Sorry, this is crazy.
Shetlands?
What the fuck? I mean, my
Please.
brain went here immediately, so fuck it. All right.
That's a good answer, honestly.
I also would have figured they had stables in the Shetlands. So
I thought Shetland stables was like literally a thing. But then what's cum, Chib? Chib, what's cum?
I can show
let me
you.
see. Oh.
I need to find out.
I got an image of Google right here.
Going to Google image search and typing COME.
Dude, Eminem taught me what cum was. Did you know that? Kind of crazy.
I didn't know that. How? What was the line?
Yeah, I was in the backseat of a car with my friend on his iPod, and we had one ear piece each listening to Eminem.
That's cute.
And then Eminem said, "Cum," and I said, "What is cum?" And then my friend whispered in my ear, and he's like, "Cum is like this thing that comes out of your penis." And I was like, "Oh,
Nasty.
thanks, Eminem."
Oh man.
I mean,
Come on, you got this. You got this, dude.
You didn't do that though, right? Did you? Is it like is it the sequel to Cake Boss?
Kid named Boss. Sorry, it's just I haven't said anything for a few minutes. It's so funny that like animals come too.
Yeah, dude.
You know the funniest for me, the funniest form of reproduction has got to be like in those fish where the female fish just like lays eggs and then the male fish just comes all over the eggs.
I think I told you about this because I was literally about to describe that again because I learned about that in animal sexuality class in college.
It's so funny. You imagine
It's
like
so
in that
good.
fish's head, he's like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then like a second later, he's like, what am I doing?
And then he goes and swims into like the fucking water filter and kills himself.
Oh no!
He's got so much post-cum guilt.
It's very funny to like keep going AFK and I come back to just like the most insane random statements every
you know
time.
about
It
that
rocks.
fish though, right? Because that is objectively a hilarious fish.
Oh man.
Cumfish, I think they call it that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, that's even crazy that humans farm like animal cum.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
horses,
harvest
like
it.
they be like harvesting it, like they're goddamn.
Oh, you're
plants,
right.
bro.
Yeah, no, they do that.
Like
Such fun. Sorry. Real heads know.
Like there was a documentary about a dude that would like harvest like horse semen.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember what the documentary was, but I think it was like quite a dangerous job or something. I don't know. I think he ended up dying.
Some snails and slugs shoot cum darts into their partner. That's
Dude, Cupid.
how excited you said that.
Cupid's so cute. That's such a cute little wise tale. Is it wise tale or wives tale?
Wives' Tale.
Why?
Around the
Why, dude? Wise tale sounds so much cooler, and it isn't like maybe a little bit misogynistic.
What's something that ladies say?
Yeah, but like, isn't
God
the whole
damn it.
thing like, oh, my wife said it? Oh, fucking don't believe her. She's a bit crazy. She's saying this is some motherfucker called Krampus. I don't even know, man.
It's a 2000 stand-up comedy bit. Hey,
But you know what's crazy? That comedian and his wife are still married.
All right, what we got here?
I
It was Street
GG.
for Colorado.
No, it was just like I don't know. I lost it, man.
That's fair.
So
know
Bugle. Oh yeah.
My name.
Snap was like pants, button. You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry.
Chib, what was the third cum clue? I need to know.
Oh, you know, I don't even remember. I think it was
hand,
it was
right?
nut. Oh, it was nut, sock, and hand. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Hand,
great
okay,
clue.
Yeah. I'm capturing London in letterbox somehow, and I think I like it. I think I'm just going to keep it that way.
Oh yeah, it's always broken. That's kind of
Where am I
one of
gonna
the
be
funny
from today?
things that happens in London is like whose controller isn't going to work this time.
Yeah.
I'm a new man. My name's Bullet
Oh.
Redistributor.
Okay, it's because when I click out of it, it switches to windowed mode, and then it goes back to full screen when I'm back in there. That's weird. The only video settings are 3D strength, brightness, and controller restriction.
Wait, we should play in 2D for one of the weeks, bro.
Dude, that's so funny. Me playing London 2012 on my Sony 3D TV. Holy fuck, this is the future.
Yeah, I had that same job, London, as the person in the ticket sales booth, which is basically never used in any theater ever anymore. And I know why. It's because one time when I was working that shift, I literally fell asleep in there, and someone had to knock on the glass to wake me up. And that's like that seems like a bit of a waste of service
Yeah.
or like labor cost for a business that's already fucking like barely staying afloat.
Dude, all I remember about using the ticket booth is that in like 12th grade, me and a few friends went to see the 40-Year-Old Virgin. And I went up to the ticket window and said, 1 ticket for 40-Year-Old Virgin, please. And they gave me my ticket. And then my friend went up and said, 1 ticket for 40-Year-Old Virgin, please. And they gave him his ticket. Then Malf went up and said, 1 ticket for 40-Year-Old Virgin, please. And the lady said, actually, this movie's rated 14A, which is Canadian term for like PG-13, basically. Yeah. And he said, yeah, like I'm 17 or something. And then she was like, oh, okay.
Did he say 17 or something? Because I feel like that would have hurt his case.
No, I just don't remember how old he was, but he was definitely over 14.
That's what you think. Maybe he's way younger than we think he is.
I mean, maybe he's really smart. So that would explain why he was in 9th grade as a 2-year-old.
Yep. I was in that exact same position, dude.
I heard
you. They straight in college from birth.
That'd be pretty sick. College Baby. Oh, no. That'd be a funny movie.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Everybody at the party is like, drinking out of red Solo cups, and the baby's got a red Solo cup full of breast milk or something.
The red Solo bottle.
The baby keeps red Solo bottle. Is so much better. The baby keeps winning like flip cup and beer pong by accident.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And then like the rival frat gets so mad, like they don't acknowledge that he's a baby. They're like, oh, he's so handsome and good at drinking.
No one throughout the whole movie ever acknowledges.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, whoa, this dude knows how to party. That'd be a good one. And then the baby like crawls up into the ventilation ducts and then slides in them until it gets to the girls' change room, and then the baby's like peeping in on all the girls while they're changing in the change room.
Sus Among Us.
Sus Baby.
Dude, that would be a good movie. Sus Baby.
Sus
Baby. It is a baby that has been they grew up on the meteor of 2023, and they think they're like the red imposter among us, and they go around killing people.
I like it.
And then climbing in like a vent.
A Blumhouse film.
Sus Baby.
Boy,
Who's Olivia Munn?
Olivia Munn.
Oh, she was on Attack of the Show.
G4.
Yeah.
It's the only other name that I can say in my Trump voice. It's just Chiblee, Chiblee. Chiblee's here, people. He's here with the lovely Olivia Munn, people. Olivia Munn's here too.
Okay. I was wondering, I thought you were like writing like a Marvel universe in your head of like when I was one of the characters and so was Olivia Munn. Because all I've been getting the past day is at Chiblee, Olivia Munn. I'm like, what is happening, bro?
That's probably very annoying. I do apologize for that.
No, it's fine. I think it's funny. I just didn't know what was happening.
Ripley, believe it or not, Ripley's here. Ridley. Just that's been like the whole week of streaming, basically.
That's good.
I mean, we're in a drought, dude. You gotta pull at any string you can.
You do what you gotta do. I was watching game shows the other night, and someone yelled at me.
Whoa!
They told me I was being a react guy, and that's bad, and I should feel bad. And I was like, oh no, I'm part of the problem.
Well, did you feel bad?
I did not. So it didn't work.
I mean, I think as long as you were at least in your chair during the content,
it was my day off too, so I maintain you're allowed to do whatever you want on your day off.
Amen, dude.
Even work. Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch game shows from like the late 90s, early 2000s.
I remember during your subathon, I was there like all the time.
You were there a lot.
Me finding out that horrible game show was filmed in Vancouver.
Talk about?
Yeah.
It's a great game show. What are you talking about?
They'd be like, your clue is golf. It's a game they play with a club. It's a game you play with a club at a country club. It's a game you play. It's at a club. You have a club.
They are shit at it. I will say, everyone that plays is so bad.
Some people are cracked on that shit, though.
I would just be like saying nothing. I would just be saying like straight words, no sentences. I don't know why everyone goes for sentences.
We watched an episode where there was a guy where no matter what it was, he would go, "It's an animal, place, person, thing." And I was like, "Damn, Ramo's smart." His name is Ramo. Would you come on my Twitch version of Talk About?
Yeah, absolutely.
When I finish making it, let's go.
Without a doubt. It's a show. It's an invitation. I would like to do it. It's a game.
Yeah.
Justin made it.
It's a club. It's a club. Come piss shit.
I did everything wrong, and they invited me. Chiblee.
Fuck.
Olivia Munn.
I was doing so
Northern
good.
Lion.
You
Northern
nearly
Lion.
threw me just by
friend.
saying fuck.
I'm getting pretty good at my Trump impression too.
Yeah, that's dead on.
Northern Lion.
He nailed it. Dude, we were watching an episode of The Price is Right from 2002. And the vibes on one of the teams, I said, oh, where was this team on January 6th? Like, where was this family? And someone Googled them, and one of them is, it wasn't someone on that family, but the other team, very legitimately, one of them is one of the lawyers who's been indicted.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Amazing
That's
stuff.
incredible.
It's impossible to land good.
Oh no.
Oh
No.
my god. He's gonna need a massage at least. After.
Dude, we should play Fall Guys.
I 100% would.
I'd probably rather play Fall Guys than London, to be honest.
All right. Next Wednesday, Fall Guys.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm down.
And you know what's crazy?
Okay.
If we have 4, we don't have to ask anybody to be here.
That's true. It's
Which-
the ideal amount.
Which means everybody's going to be like, oh, I want to get in on that.
You're right.
And that's how we trick them into
Guys.
coming back to London.
Oh my god,
Yes.
that's
And then we
genius.
fucking pull the rug out from under them.
That's so smart.
Oh,
Dude,
we got
no,
too many people for
guaranteed.
Fall Guys. You want to just do London instead?
Next week, guaranteed, before even Wednesday, there's gonna be like 5 messages in chat. Lord, are we doing London this week? I'm down for London this week. And we're gonna be like,
That's so true.
I do think, is Corey back next week?
I don't think he's
Or
coming
is it
back,
in
man.
like oh no.
No, I don't
we
know.
lost him.
I just made it up.
Oh.
I think he's
Lost
doing
I saw his
okay.
body was floating down a river, dude.
That's it.
You know, one day we're gonna log on and then we're gonna log off, and that's gonna be the last time we ever log off.
Oh
that.
wow.
That's true.
I'm gonna log on from heaven, dude. I'm gonna stream from the
Yes,
pearly gates.
dude. Yes.
I'm gonna get God on as a guest star.
How do you think God would do on
Late
Hot
start.
Ones?
I think he'd make it awkward for Sean. I think he'd ask him
He
when his
would-
last time at confession was.
Yeah, he would like Sean would ask a question about God, and then God would just like ask a question about something deeply personal that no one would
Yeah.
know, and Sean would start crying.
Yeah, I
But
think
could he
he'd probably
handle
worst
the
episode
bomb
yet.
though? Is what I'm. That's more like what I was
I
asking.
I think he would think one of the really hot sauces is the devil. And he'd be like, the devil is in this sauce! Oh, demon! And then he'd like freak the fuck out and like walk off and shit.
I feel
I
like
think
your
that is
God kind of
likely.
sounds like Steve Harvey.
Whoa! What a
Oh, I
race!
fucked it at the end.
I forgot I could do the thing. That was
I
a good
burst
race,
at the
dude.
end. Ugh. No, never mind. No, I didn't.
Oh, you got me. You got me.
Now got your nose.
Oh man.
Got your nose.
That was a
Have you
good
ever
one,
got
though.
your nose to your kid?
I don't think so. I should
You
though.
should
That's a
do
good
it,
idea.
and then-
Yeah, try it.
I'm always looking for more stuff, man. Because yesterday we played Toy Story for like 2 hours, and you're gonna be like, "What's Toy Story?" Well,
Yeah.
she has a Forky doll from Toy Story 4 and a Jessie doll from Toy
Oh.
Story 2. So here's how Toy Story went. She would say, "Hi, Forky," and I would say, "Hi, Jessie," and then she would say, "I have a braid. I have a hat. I have green eyes. I have like cow pants." And then I would go, "I have one red eyebrow." And then she would go, "Yeah, let's play again." And we ran that for approximately 120
Let's play that
minutes.
next Wednesday. I forgot to move the bar up. This is gonna be so funny.
Who gives you better improvisational banter, us or your child?
Well, I would say that you guys do.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
But
Still got it.
really, like, playing with a 2-year-old is good for your improv instincts because nothing you do is like based in reality. She'll like hand you a pen and be like, I want this pen. And then you're like, hey, do you want this pen? And she's like, that's not a pen, it's a sword. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Let me get you a pen then. And then she's like, no, I want a sword. And then I give her the sword. And then she's like, just kidding, this is a pen the whole time.
Whoa. Dude, I really feel like I got the short end of the stick because when my niece and nephew were 2, they would literally just like come over and call me fat and then like run away. And I was like, man, this ain't fun for all of us. It's fun for some of us, but I'm not having a good time, man.
No. I mean, it does happen.
It was funny.
Well, like sometimes, kids don't know, right? Sometimes there will be like a man with long hair, and then my kid will be like, you know, Daddy, who's that lady? And then you're like, no, who's that guy? Who's that guy? You mean that guy? He's just a guy. He's just a guy. And then she'll be like pointing. No, who's that lady? And I'm like, oh, you meant to say who's that guy over there?
My daughter asked if a guy with a huge belly was pregnant.
Oh,
that's
man.
rough.
Aww. The a standout moment for me was being in an elevator, and this lady comes in with her very small son, who looks up at me and then looks to her and goes, "That's a big man." Like, exactly like that. I fucking lost it. So
I mean,
good.
you got to appreciate just like a genuine fascination.
He was
behind it,
he was
right?
marveling.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. Like,
that's great.
This is a tough call.
Oh, you gotta jump over the bar.
What the fuck was that? Did someone just like lit a bird out in their room? I swear to God, I heard something squeak.
I'm insane at high jump, man.
I'm writing it down. The angle is weird.
Oh, it's crazy.
I wish my dude would miss the mat and hit his head on the concrete.
Oh, you little sicko. Jesus.
That is disgusting, Chib.
It'll be so funny if I get third with a 1.5.
I can't lower the bar, man.
I know.
I'm stuck.
Elise is spoiling me. She's letting me put in a Nielsen's order while we're Londoning.
What's Nielsen's?
Nielsen's frozen custard, dude, is the most delicious custard I have ever had in my days.
That sounds delightful.
It's fantastic. And I think it's local to Utah. I don't know if I've ever seen it anywhere else.
The fact that you are ordering from a frozen custard restaurant and then also ate at a place called Tony Burger, I know this isn't real, but it sounds like you're living in like the 1950s.
But it's Utah,
Parts
bro.
of Utah feel like they want to still be there. Yeah, absolutely. That's a nostalgia that they're aiming for.
I guess.
This is
There
so
used
depressing.
to be a straight up like old school soda fountain place that we would go to in Massachusetts as well.
Like a
Massachusetts
malt
also,
shop?
like- yeah, dude. Like, well, Boston, of course, that makes sense because they got all kinds of old shit there still.
Boston.
It's kind of crazy to think that like in the 1950s, you could be like a senior in high school and you could take your girlfriend out to drink a soda.
Yeah, man.
That's so funny.
Those were the days.
Or like then she bails on you and you're like, oh fuck, I really wanted to drink a fucking soda today.
I wanted to drink a pop with my
Have you
gal.
heard of this place called Fizz?
No,
I've not.
It's a soda shop around here. They're like bringing it back. It's like fucking fancy sodas, and everyone goes there here all the time, mostly because they don't know what alcohol is. But like, it's huge here now. It's crazy. They got like they just sell sodas, but then they like sell them with different flavor mixings. Or just like they name them crazy shit, and then it's just like cherry vanilla flavoring and a Dr. Pepper.
You ever
That's
heard
fun.
of peanuts in Coke?
Oh
I was
yeah.
gonna say like the comic.
Dude, I want to try some peanuts in Coke.
I've never heard of that. That sounds crazy.
Man that used to work on building buildings, bro. They only had one hand free, so they'd put the peanuts in their Coke so they could drink the Coke and eat the peanuts.
I've never heard this before. Yeah,
It's called a Bedford
that's
side
law.
bubble tea. All right, and then we're gonna rework that one.
You say a
Funny.
Bed-Stuy
Sorry,
bubble tea?
man.
Yes.
I was occupied.
What the hell?
You ever try reading peanuts on Coke +2?
You ever try praising the Lord?
Every
only
day,
when he's on-
brother.
only when he's on Hot One.
Have I told my Jackie Chan story?
Have you? I don't think so.
I've done.
When I was really, really young, I was like deathly afraid of thunderstorms. And one day there was a thunderstorm, and I knew about the concept of praying, but I knew I wasn't religious. So I was like, who can I pray to get rid of the thunder? And the only person I could think of was Jackie Chan. So I prayed to Jackie Chan just for the thunderstorm to go away.
It's
And it did go away.
It's funny to think of Jackie Chan fighting a thunderstorm.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it worked, man. The thunder went away, and I was fine.
Oh yeah, Jackie Chan.
Like Jackie Chan hitting the thundercloud with a broom like 3 times, and then throwing the broom up in the air so the thundercloud feels compelled to catch it, and then as soon as it catches it, he punches him in the face.
You fool, you simple fool. Oldest trick in Jackie's book.
I think the funniest part about that is I don't think I had consumed anything with Jackie Chan in it in my life leading up to that point. I was like, yeah, I've heard that he beats people up. I also, when I was, okay, this is going to age me. When I was afraid of the dark and I was trying to sleep.
This was last week.
I would envision Master Chief in my bedroom, like looking at me. And I was like, he'll protect me. He'll stand in the corner of my room and he'll watch me sleep and I'll be safe.
Did you ever...
Sorry, you got.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you ever make like ultimatums with God in your head to prove he's real?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I remember like as I was like getting like around the age where I was like, this stuff might be bullshit. I'd be like, all right, God, like turn the lights off if you're real.
Oh
if,
yeah,
if you don't turn the lights off, I'm done. I'm out.
But then he didn't do it. But then you thought like, oh, he's testing me.
Yeah, I was like, well, maybe he didn't hear me. Maybe it's like not the right time to
play. He's busy.
Yeah.
I used to be able to convince myself back in the Super Mormon days that like I was feeling the presence of angels in my room. I would also ask God to help me win spelling bees, so I don't know if I was necessarily like worthy of that presence.
When you're having like a sick Halo round or something like that.
Yeah, dude. Well, I knew he was there at that point. Yeah, for sure.
I definitely remember being really young and like I think like telling my mom I saw an angel, but it was definitely like just a dude
with long hair.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had to watch out for that. Like, I'm an atheist, okay? Bass. Stop. Don't debase yourself,
He's
okay?
just like me for real.
But I'm like one of the cool ones who never shuts up about it. But
yeah.
Like sometimes my daughter will be like watching her iPad during dinner, and it'll be like a video that tells a story, and then at the end of the story, they just go into like a psalm or something like that, or they just start telling like a Bible story after that, and like this is like it's just the parable of Abel holding the ox, and I gotta be like, turn that shit off.
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta put a biblical button on it, dude.
It happened. Oof. Also, at some point, the Berenstain Bears turned into like, I don't want to call it propaganda because it's not like every book is like all of our success is due to the Lord. But there will be like the moral of the story is like be nice to people. And then the way they justify the moral is like literal Bible passages. And I'm like, when did this start?
Chiblee.
Jesus, Chiblee. I thought I had that shit locked up.
Dude, all of my jumps are so good they were just a toe over.
Dude, how
I'm a gamer.
How powerful can God really be if he's not able to meet the qualifications of a clapper?
Bro, if he needs the Berenstain Bears on his side, heaven can't be that impressive. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he would have killed someone by now if he was real. Like, he would have taken someone out randomly. Maybe that's what lightning is.
It happens all the time.
God kills people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's his favorite activity.
Yeah, he's doing that shit like all day.
Who?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're dead.
Yeah.
I feel like the
I gotta duck out
Netherlands.
slightly early. My wife is here to pick me up.
Okay.
Because I commute to work now. Did you guys know?
I didn't, but I've been there.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
Goodbye, Baer.
Bye, Baer.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for London.
Yeah, it was fun. See ya.
Bye.
I think he meant it.
He hates London.
I like you guys. Okay, bye.
Oh, he's still here. He loves it. He loves it.
He's not going anywhere, man. He's gonna go eat his fucking... Dude, he just ordered frozen custard. What does he mean he's going to work, dude? He's gonna go eat his frozen custard.
He's going to work on that frozen custard.
Oh.
They should add like a new swimming technique. Like doggy paddle? Dude, imagine like a 400-meter doggy paddle.
100-meter backshots.
What does that mean, Ryan? Can you explain that?
I only discovered it yesterday because I had been told, well, I had been under the impression, I should say, that backshots is when you ejaculated on someone's back. But it turns out that in the modern parlance, it just means hitting it from the back in general, whether ejaculate is involved or otherwise.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was not aware of that. Well, I mean, I didn't think it was a... I guess I did think it was a cum thing.
Because a body shot is a cum thing.
I thought it was when you take a shot out of someone's belly button.
Well, yes.
Same.
But also is when you shoot a load on someone's tummy.
Oh. Saying that you're going to shoot a load on someone's cummy should have you jailed.
I said tummy.
You can't say those words next to each other.
Well, it's not on the stomach. The stomach is inside of the... It's inside. And the belly, I don't know. That's like a little presumptuous.
But you're done for, son.
Oh! 51.9?
Oh! Wow. No.
Holy cow. That's a great performance.
Get in here, Apollo.
I can't believe you'd rather play Among Us, man. That kind of fucks
I get
with
it.
me.
I get it. No, I get it.
I mean, yeah, London is like old and played out and analytics poison, but like Among Us is Among Us, man.
I feel that.
But he's the Among Us guy, man. He's the Among Us guy.
I'd be hard pressed to not stream the thing that I was the guy for, you know?
I guess. I wouldn't know about all that.
Yeah.
Jump on Isaac, bro.
I guess I can understand. I just at this point, how many times you swipe that fucking card in admin, man? Like,
dude, I think we should get an Among Us lobby when we.
I think it would be so funny. Yeah, a bunch of people who don't really playing it, I think would be hilarious.
Did I ever tell you I watched this documentary about the Amish, and there was like one Amish guy who had a cell phone, which is not allowed. So he was like, obviously don't tell anybody. But the saddest thing is he was just using the cell phone to watch like the world's worst country music videos on YouTube. Like it wasn't even like official videos. It was like when people would make like Windows Movie Maker videos of like a song with a sunset in the background.
So good.
Oh my god.
And it was like that was like life affirming for him.
I'm happy for him.
Me too. Well, it depends on the content of the songs, really.
It was, you can't do this in a small town. Try this in a small town. You know, honestly, I'm not even gonna fight you because I want to save my pips.
How do you get your pips back? You just don't press anything up.
Yeah, don't be tapping for a bit.
Wow, dude, I was on the curb, man. I fucked my shit up.
Let me have this. I've never won this. Let me have this. Let's go.
Dude, did I come third? No. Dang, Justin just like went straight past me. I didn't even put up a fight, dude.
He was zooming.
I fucked up the corner. We should play NASCAR Heat 5.
Okay. Next Wednesday, NASCAR Heat 5 in the Fall Guys. And a star-studded Among Us lobby.
Yep. Among Us on Friday.
All right, good gaming.
Yeah, good
Gentlemen,
gaming.
good gaming.
Beautiful, I would say. GG.
Later.
Yeah.
Later. It's always fun with London. First day the baby's been at daycare for like several days. Not that long, I guess. Can you believe it? You know what that means? It's time for some motherfucking Super Auto Pets. Recording. I love when you get an email from YouTube that's like, we're making things worse. We're writing to inform you of an important change to our support process. We're always looking for ways to improve our support offerings to provide the best possible experience for our partners. As part of this, we're reimagining the end-to-end support experience to help you navigate the support ecosystem more efficiently. Previously, you used to contact your partner operations manager by emailing this address. However, we're now asking that you use the following methods to contact them instead. Here we go. sign into YouTube Studio in the top right corner, click the help icon, scroll down and click contact us, fill out the form and choose the category that best describes your issue. Select chat for quick questions or email for more complex questions. I.e., we are outsourcing all the contact from a real human being to a robot. Thank you, Alphabet. Thank you, 24 Holdings Incorporated. Company was clearly founded in Mountain View, California. For some reason, it's registered in Delaware. We all know the reason. Anyway. Thank you, Eminem and Lil Wayne. Okay, I will send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy your time. I am sending over the gamers smiley face. And I will not see you tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off. It's not Canada Day. I got important stuff to do, okay? There was no other way. But I will see you on Friday. See ya.
You make me feel like I'm living a traffic dream. The way you built a lane, I will drive to the grocery store and everywhere else. You got your top pulled back, got your luggage rack, got your traffic dream tonight. Yeah, when you ripped up jeans and your tight ass jeans with your turbo team tonight. How does it go? When you, baby, lay your hands on me with your ripped up jeans, with your teenage zines tonight. Something like that. It's a pretty good song.